Alright, we have made it to the Presidio here at the Walt Disney Family Museum. Off in the distance you can see Alcatraz. That is on the list one day. We'll definitely have to check that out eventually. But yeah, very family friendly area, that's for sure. This is the closest thing you can get to Disneyland right here in San Francisco. I guess all the families out here playing, lots of food trucks. The weekends, man, it is it's pretty popular over here. Very busy. Beautiful day too in the city. Welcome guys, Eldon's Excursions here. Today we are at the Walt Disney Family Museum. Decided to come back, check it out. Tickets are only $25 and you're given a time window. So we're gonna go in there and check it out. And yeah, how it's gonna start off is gonna show basically the beginning of Walt when he was younger, and then follow up basically as he got older, how he discovered and made how he made the Disney company where it's at now. And of course Disneyland's gonna be part of it as well. But it's gonna start off in his earlier days, and then of course the ending when he perishes, unfortunately. So but anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's go. Literally right when I'm ending my intro, someone literally stops and looks at me and goes, "Is this the museum?" I'm like, yes. That was awkward. All right, let's head inside. All right. Now, I don't usually do museum tours, but we're gonna try to knock this out and see how we do. Disneyland apartment, what? So this is the lamp. I think it's the lamp from the apartment. Pretty dang close. Okay, after further review, look at that lamp, and then look at the one in the corner. That looks like the lamp right there. So one of the lamps originally from his room. That is cool. Alright, starting off with Walt Disney here at 9 months old. Wow. The greatest wealth a man may acquire is the wisdom that he gains from living. And sometimes out of a small beginnings come the forces that shape a whole life. John Tucker Battle, screenwriter. Huh. I like it. So this is Walt Disney's mom and dad, Flora and Elias? I believe this is, yeah, 1910. And then this is Walt and Ruth, his sister, in Marceline, California, 1907. 8 years before John Muir had passed away. So, yeah, just a little fun fact there. Pretty cool, man. See some history of this. So Marceline is where Walt originally got his idea of Main Street, USA. Kansas Avenue. Early influences. So the Disney family arrived in 1906 in Santa Fe, Marceline, Missouri? Mo? Huh. This is a pretty cool picture. This is Walt sitting down and Roy Disney standing in his Navy uniform in 1917. Pretty cool, man. This is Walt Disney's earliest art. He used to do comics. He loved doing art. Another fun fact is Walt used to drive this ambulance in France in 1918 in the World War I. Crazy. Notice the art on the side of the ambulance. That's how you know it's his. Affidavit used by Walt to obtain his. We're reading here today, guys. We're reading. Walt to obtain his passport. Flora signed both her and Elia's names before Walt changed the birth year in order to be eligible for the Red Cross. Oh, wow. Huh. There's a lot of that going on back in those days. A lot of people did that. Yeah, and I don't know if this is the exact one he drove, but basically one just like it. Pretty cool, man. Look at that. Crazy to think that this guy lived through World War One and World War Two. Crazy. And the bird flu too, 1908. Bunch of stuff, man. Those days were crazy. I can imagine being those times. An influence. Always chase your dreams, guys. This is exactly what happened. And determining not to go back to his corporate job at the jelly factory, he went on a different career, drawing what he liked, doing what he loved, and yeah, made him who he is today. Walt Disney joined a film and service company, and that's him right there, hat on his lap.
Well, the boss was a wonderful guy. So I talked to him to let me borrow one of his cameras. So I took the camera home and I started experimenting.
And I was carrying the full milk bottle, and then he reversed the film so that I backed up, the milk all came up in the bottle. That was one little film that we did.
All started with a camera. Pretty interesting, huh? And there it is.
Motion picture camera.
This is pretty cool.
Cost him $300.
Alice in Wonderland got him out of debt.
Actually, to make my first animated cartoons, 1920. This started back in Kansas City, Missouri, where I was working in made the little advertisements for theater. It's equivalent to what you see in TV commercials today, you know. Put your winter coal in early, you know. Get your fedora block for the winter and all those kinds of things. I used sort of little puppet things. We didn't draw them like we do today. I used to make little cutout things, and joints were pinned, and we put them under the camera, and we'd maneuver them and make them do things. But I had some ideas. Now, one was to do a sort of animated cartoon commentary on local topics for the Kansas City screen. Frank Newman, who owned 3 theaters in Kansas City, bought those early efforts of mine for 30 cents a foot. During the next few years, I expended several of my ideas trying to crack the animated cartoon field.
Now he joins Hollywood. The Alice series. The little girl that went to real world to cartoon. That's what really got the Disney company going. Eventually ended up being Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, and eventually they upgraded their video quality to better cameras. Walt at the Pathé camera, 1923. Group shot outside the Kinswell studio, 1925. Oh wow, this whole wall is covered in all the original animation from Steamboat Willie. One of his first ever Mickey Mouse cartoon. That's how it all started. Some really old Walt Disney memorabilia, Mickey Mouse memorabilia. Look at this. Looks scary, dude. Can you imagine having that in your room? My goodness. Oh, look at this. Mickey Mouse Club. Some old uniform. That looks small. Oh, those would be cool to have. Alright, here we have Walt Disney in the 1930s. Color animation. The Flying Mouse, 1934. When he started bringing color into his films. Pretty cool, man. Oh, Silly Symphony. One of his first colored films. Look at that, man. I would have been blown away if I lived in the 1930s to see color on TV the first time. Wow. What a difference. You know, it's one thing that makes Walt so special is that he was, in a sense, he was an Imagineer himself. He thought of all these things and put out there to the world and ended up becoming something really big that nobody else was thinking of. Kind of how his parks are today. Unfortunately, the Imagineering has gone out the window a little bit. You guys know Walt Disney was a skier? He had skis made in Switzerland. Pretty cool. Very interesting how they were made. Look at this, like springs that held your feet in. Wow. Wow. It's just amazing how he can make a cartoon look very real. Again, imagining just being around in 1930s and seeing this for the first time, just mind-blowing. It's like playing N64 for the first time and going, oh my gosh, it's 3D! So many different colors. Wow. Not just yellow, but a bunch of different shades of yellow, green, blues. Definitely had an eye for color. Officer Duck. And of course, the movie that put him on the map. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This movie was a blockbuster. Huge. Huge movie. All the different characters. Then came Bambi. This is where he learned animal anatomy. Started putting in animals into animation. Started learning how they move and their characteristics, and made the cartoons look so real, man. It's crazy.
With Bambi, there was a need for subtlety in our animation, a need for more of a lifelike type of animation.
Yep.
Background.
Always thinking, man. Something new. Then came Pinocchio. I have not watched this movie in so long. I gotta watch it again. This is a good movie. And it can relate to a lot of people today. A lot of kids, man, go down the wrong path. End up looking like a donkey in the end.
And his first question was, what are we going to do for an encore? And that's where he more or less said, let's do some experimenting and see what we can come up with, which was, the result of that was Pinocchio. That was actually the origin of it. I mean, there was never anything ceremoniously about what he did. It was always spontaneous. That was the magician in him.
Oh, probably. Same song as A Pirate's Life for me. Pirates Caribbean.
I used to give assignments to boys. I'd get a story idea, and I'd get the boys and say, well, now, you think of everything you can think of that might go into this thing, little gag ideas and things. They were all artists, so I didn't have writers, you know.
So, believe it or not, Bambi was actually one of the first films that used 3D animation. And this is how they did it. They used different screens here. Each screen has something different in the background. They used a camera looking down. Pretty amazing stuff, man. Something only he thought of. And of course, I'm sure he had help, but nobody else was doing that. Look at that. Freaking crazy. Again, to see this for the first time would probably be mind-blowing. To see this in the 30s and the 40s, like, what? The force is moving. This is crazy. Yeah, this is him. And the camera up top, each layer has a different scene, and they move the scenes around, leave the camera in place, and it makes it look like it's 3D. That's a good motto to live by in those days. This is not the cartoon medium. We have worlds to conquer. And they have a lot of worlds to conquer, and a theme park to conquer as well. Theme park worlds. So glad he invented the theme park, man. Now, when you hear of Disney employees going on strike, remember, guys, they've been going on strike for a very, very long time. Back in the 1940s, look at these signs they made. Snow White and the 700 Dwarfs. 3 years college, 2 years art school, 5 years animation. Grand total, hamburger stand. Like, man, one genius against 1,200 guinea pigs. Yeah. I mean, they felt like they weren't getting paid enough, you know? They weren't getting treated right. And Walt had a big situation on his plate, on his desk, you know. He wanted to give up and just close it all. One of the things that sticks out to me is this saying right here. As I remember, it was the toughest period I've had in my whole life. It wasn't a worry of losing anything. It was just a sort of a big disappointment in a lot of things. But something comes out of it. Sometimes you got to build yourself up and explode, and then you begin to pick up the pieces and take stock. I can relate to that. I can relate to that, yeah. And that is true. It's a wise man of words, too. Here's Walt's work badge. It's pretty cool. Alright, well, this is the World War II era. Not sure whatever happened to the strike, but they reached an agreement eventually, and yeah, bunch of drama. But yeah, he really went all in on the World War II stuff. That is some cool graphics, man. Look at that. Okay. That is cool.
As any we have made directly for the war effort is Victory Through Air Power. It is our rendition of the book by Major Alexander P.V. Seversky. It was our feeling that if the air power theories of such intelligent advocates as General Mitchell and Seversky were fully understood and properly used, they would result in the savings of hundreds of thousands of our boys' lives. I believe, as Winston Churchill recently said, that air power should be given a chance to prove itself.
Yep.
And if given a chance, it will do everything.
Oh, it did.
Victory Through Air Power predicted.
It dominated World War II.
These powerful combat planes will destroy enemy air power completely, not only in the sky, but on the ground at its source.
Now, you might didn't come out of the war smelling like a rose, but we had acquired a wonderful education. And
It can happen here. Remember Pearl Harbor. That'd be kind of cool if they made like a World War II ride at Disneyland. You know? Yeah. Just to put you back in the experience, you know, just to live in those days. I think a lot of people don't realize what America went through in World War II and all the agony we went through. And to put them in that type of situation again kind of puts a perspective of what it was like. Really bringing Americans together. I think we were together for the most part in World War II. Some more production cinemas of Walt Disney, Alice in Wonderland, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. They still have Brer Rabbit up. Song of the South. I mean, he's a part of Disney history. Gotta have him in here. There you go. Oh, wow. Who's that again? That's, I'm not sure. Okay, so Haiti McDaniel, during filming of Song of the South, looks like she's getting a reward or something. See? That is cool. Oh, and this guy was in the movie Song of the South, getting an award. James Basket. Here's some art from Lady and the Tramp. Those two cats, Siamese cats. And then some art over here from Peter Pan. Oh, Zippity Doodah. Alice in Wonderland. Walt had a hobby of collecting little things. So everywhere for 3 years, he was actually a little longer. He was collecting little tiny things from houses and stuff. A little checkerboard. He called it Disneylandia. All kinds of mini cars and dishes. It's pretty cool, man. A little miniature fireplace. Holy moly. Wow. These miniature plates. Look how big my hand is compared to the plates. Candles. Utensils. Yard equipment. Wow. Oh, look at the mini guns. That is cool. Wow. It is beautiful today. Look at that. Pretty nice out. Wow. Look at that. Super nice out. So this is really cool. This is one of the benches right here where Walt Disney himself sat on. Mine's going to be clean. That's a good idea to have, man. Right here. Pretty cool. Look at this. That's cool. Who knows? Walt could have sat right there. Alright guys, the coolest room of the entire museum. Check this out. You can dream, create, design, and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it requires people to make the dream a reality. Alright, one of Walt's original trains right here. And oh, the Lily Bell. This is the only one. The one in Disneyland was named after Walt's passing. So it actually wasn't named after from Walt Disney himself, but this one was his that he named the Lily Bell. I think there's only 2 of them. Not sure, but there's not that many of them in the world. Oh, by the way, this is his property. He had a train that went around his property, and he just loved riding the train around. He loved trains, man. That would be so cool to do myself. I mean, wouldn't you? If you could put a train in your yard, may as well. Here's some more pictures. The life, man, the life. So they have something like this here, actually, in the Berkeley Hills. Tilden Park steam trains. I believe you can actually ride something like this. One day we'll go back there during the day. I did make a video of it a few weeks back, but it was the bigger train, but bigger scale. But it was cool though, still fun. Yeah, he loves his trains. Okay, here he is on the Lily Bell himself. There it is, the Lily Bell. Hard to make out the word there, but this is it. Walt's sitting on his train at the studio, 1951. Walt pumps water from the tender into Lily Bell's boiler as Eddie Sturgeon and Roger Broggie make adjustments. Happy man, man. Happy man in his trains. That's what life's all about, man. Just being happy. Whatever it is, man, just find it and embrace it. He even made the interior very detailed. Look at that. Beds and everything in there. Crazy. Now this was Mickey Mouse, or Walt Disney's first concept of a theme park was Mickey Mouse Park off Riverside Drive in Buena Vista. Never went through though. And then televisions around the world started documenting or displaying Walt's new theme park, Disneyland. Here's a original model of the Fantasyland Castle. If you guys remember, there used to be a ride in Disneyland where Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters is. It's a 360 cinema ride. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, they use these cameras put on top of a car. That's how they got the effects. Circle Vision. They called it Circarama. Opening day. It was a black Sunday. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. Even the concrete was so soft that people were sinking in it. Benches were sinking. It was all bad, and they rushed it. All right, and this was opening day Disneyland right here. Amazing, dude. Look at Tomorrowland. Progress. Oh my gosh, World of Progress. And they had these little bumper boat cars over here. Space Mountain. And then where Star Tours is, they had this other ride in here that shrank you. There's Main Street USA. Jungle Cruise. And then back in Fantasyland they had this pirate ship. Actually, I don't think it's opening day because Haunted Mansion came later on. There's the Rivers of America. Crazy. Oh, there's the oh my gosh, what's that? The original train ride went to the cave. Went across the river there. Crazy. Look at this over here. I can sit here and stare at this all day. Wow. Oh, and there's a Matterhorn. So we have these boats there too. Those are gone. Matterhorn. And there's a Small World. Yeah, no Looney Tune land yet. That was where this farmland is right here. They built a tunnel right where that little loop is right here, and then underneath, and Toontown came later on over there. So this is all pretty much here for the most part. There's the whale. And then Dumbo ends up being right here. And then they moved to Teacups somewhere down in this area. Oh, and there's Peter Pan. That's still been there forever. And there's the castle. Yeah, so they used to have a trail back here. Kind of behind Big Thunder Ranch. And you can actually ride a carriage up in the little hill here. Pretty amazing stuff, man, back in those days. And here's the back side of the castle. Right there. It's like we're in Disneyland, but almost 100 years ago. 75 years ago, downtown. There's the main gate. There's the train station. So cool.
What's this? It's not the castle.
New Orleans Square, Pirates of the Caribbean. Here's another look. Pirates of the Caribbean. And then Jungle Cruise right behind it. There's the tree. Tarzan's treehouse back in the day. I think it was actually something else. It was the Swiss Family Robinson tree. Man, look at the crazy difference. And they actually had caves here as well. The old train ride. Before it was a roller coaster. But yeah, remember they used to have a train track that went around that hill. You can still see those train tracks to this day. And they used to go through this cave, and then right there's like a bridge that goes across to Star Wars Land back here. That little thing is gone now. But that little cave with that jumping fish in the pond, that's right here. And they used to have waterfalls coming out of that mountain. But not anymore. Pretty amazing stuff. So right here, that's where we walk for now. There's a walkway right there, and then this is all roller coaster. Pretty cool. Oh, the other thing I want to point out too is the gondolas. So they have gondolas that go from here, Fantasyland, go up and over through the Matterhorn, goes across all the way to Tomorrowland. Right there. Right in front of the World of Progress. Yeah, and also, guys, remember the People Mover. Look at the detail, man. That is crazy. Oh, there's this house. This is really cool. You guys do some history on that. It's supposed to be the House of Tomorrow, I think. It's a really cool thing they did. But now it's gone, of course. And That's where Tinkerbell resides. A little area. Yeah, speaking of people movers, I wish I'd brought that back, man. That would be so freaking cool. It's such a simple ride, but it's so nostalgic and so fun, man. Look at these posters too. It just makes you feel like you're in Disneyland. Oh, speaking of Autopia, here's one of the original cars. Right here. I think I actually ridden one in one of these. I don't know if it's this one, this exact one, obviously not, but but the cars have definitely changed when I rode in this in the 90s, when my uncle first took me to, brought me to Disneyland. I have a picture somewhere around. I gotta find it. Autopia. Dad was thrilled to have his own grandchildren ride with him in the Christmas parade. They did it several times, but were always a little intimidated by Diane. I don't know why Diane was intimidating. All right, check this out, guys. From the main gate, Main Street, USA. That is cool, dude. Let's see if I can zoom in on the castle.
We didn't get to ride the
Wow.
steamboat.
Old Tomorrowland with the people mover. So that's how they got to the top. Next month, guys, we're going back to Disneyland. February. Kind of cool to see a resemblance of what it used to look like and then go back. There's so much going on right here. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? No, this is a submarine voyage. Look at this. This is one little scene right here. Just so much going on. The monorail, people mover. This is what Tomorrowland's lacking now. There's just not that much going on anymore. They have the Autopia, which is still there, but people mover, man, is a big, big part of Tomorrowland. That needs to come back. And of course, the gondola is the Skyway.
Just a little bit.
That's gone. Such a grand park, man. This is crazy. Oh, look at this. Entrance to Adventureland. And Jolly Holiday is still there. Walt Disney on Main Street, USA. Watching one of his dwarves at work. No, I was kidding. No, I was kidding. But yeah, it's original train tracks still there. Trolley tracks. Alright, we're gonna make our way further in. More stuff to look at. Oh, some of the stuff from the park. Mickey ears. Those have been around for a long time. And the Daffy Duck hat. Donald Duck hat. Daffy Duck. You know, being here and looking at all this stuff, it's just so nostalgic of like the original Disneyland, of what it's all about and where it came from and stuff. And it's weird. Like, looking at the park, it gives you that sense of magic, that sense of like, oh my gosh, excitement, you know, of just being there. But then, I don't know, just these last couple of years being back in the parks, it's just like, I don't know if like, a lot of you guys can relate, but it doesn't give you that home feeling, that warm, fuzzy feeling, like, oh my God, Disneyland, you know, like it used to. I just don't know what it is. It's changed a lot, and I just remember going there when I was little for the first time, and then just being blown away. And you know, of course, I've been there so many times, but still, like 10, 15 years later, I go back there for the first time. It was like early 2000s, 2007, 2008, and I still had that same feeling. And I don't know, just like this last couple years recently, it just doesn't feel the same. I don't know, but still excited to go back for sure. Still excited. It's still Disneyland at the end of the day, but yeah, just I don't know, different. Walt, the 1960 Winter Olympics, with his wife Lily and his grandchildren. 1960. That is cool, man. I love that. Well, this is really cool. So this is a 1960 Olympic torch. John Hench, a Disney artist, designed the torch, and it served as a model for future Olympic torches. Bronze medallion, 1960 Winter Olympics, Squaw Valley Olympics, pageantry pins. All the different pins from stuff. I don't know, but this is the torch, 1960 Olympics. Had propane in it to keep the torch burning. That is cool. Now this is a treat because last time I was here, this area right here was like under construction. Like a lot of stuff wasn't working, a lot of stuff wasn't up, the art wasn't here. So yeah, let's check this out. Oh, this is his dream in 1966. The World of Tomorrow, Epcot. Experimental project. Oh my gosh. I forgot what it's called. I'm drawing a blank. Experimental prototype community of tomorrow. That's what it was. My goodness. I can't believe I forgot that. One thing I miss about Disneyland, guys, is that World of Progress. They have it in Disney World. And I didn't do it last time I was there. I didn't visit it in 2019 when I went, but man, I gotta check it out again. This is cool. Look at the windows and everything. This is a nice house. Yeah, see, this wasn't here last time I was here. It had like a bird here, but it was under construction. So you push, beak. No. Oh, start. Duh.
Gather around. Please pardon my enthusiasm, but we audio animatronic characters love an audience.
Okay.
We are made to perform and play any role.
Is this the tiki room?
There's audio animatronic pirates.
Oh.
Singing bears.
Singing.
Presidents. Robots. Elephants. And space aliens.
Space aliens.
Tiki birds.
Tiki birds.
And we audio animatronic characters are a dream of Walt Disney himself.
Audio animatronics. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. He was ahead of his time, man. Yeah, I'm just looking at this. I'm going, man, what if this actually happened, though? Epcot, actual city he made with working jobs and schools and, you know, everything you need right here in the city. Future 60, yeah, monorail, a people mover that takes you to work, everything. Right here. It's crazy. During this time, while he's doing this, he's literally battling cancer. While he's standing here talking about Epcot, and the world had no idea. One of the finer moments I'll remember every time I see this. He literally died, I think, I want to say like months after this filming. Pretty crazy, man. If he would have never got cancer, who would have thought if this Epcot community would have been a thing?
Well, that's our basic philosophy for Epcot. Now I'm sure you're wondering how people will actually live and work and move around in our community of Walt.
You know, I was thinking they should make a movie, Epcot, and make a movie like what it would have been like to do this, to live here. That would be cool to see this actually function. Huh. You know, of course I'm curious how it'd be if we actually lived in something like this as a real thing.
Then the broad greenbelt and recreation lands.
Recreation lands.
Finally, the low-density neighborhood residential streets.
Yep. Houses, residentials.
Epcot Epcot's dynamic urban center. Along with the excitement and variety of
Everything
activities
is right
found
there.
only in metropolitan cities. Cultural, social, business, and entertainment. But most important,
New York City.
this entire 50 acres of city streets and
50
buildings
acres? That's it?
will be completely enclosed.
Oh, wow.
In this climate-controlled environment,
Enclosed.
shoppers and theater goers
I don't know about
people
that.
just out for a stroll
I need some
will
freedom.
enjoy ideal weather conditions. Protected day and night
What?
from rain
This is basically a Truman Show.
and humidity.
Huh. Yeah, no thank you.
Transportation authority at Epcot
Never mind.
will be the two electric-powered systems, monorail and wetway,
Wedway.
that radiate
People mover.
to and from the transportation lobby.
Holy moly, look at this camera. Crazy. Boy, they sure have changed since his first camera, huh? And then now look at this. And a handheld device recording a camera. A camera recording a camera recording a camera. Camera to camera. I don't know. Anyways. And here's a wall of Walt's life, man. Oh, there's his plane. That just got entered into a museum here soon, or a couple years ago. At D23, they announced it. They refinished it and put it into a museum. That'd be cool to see. 1966. Mother and dad toasting their 41 years of marriage. Jenny is on the right, Tammy on the left, and Chris center below. 41 years of marriage. There's Tammy's birthday. I think that's Walt's daughter. Walt and his wife. Walt after catching salmon. And there's Walt with his camera. Typically with this camera. Here's most of Walt's stuff he carried with him. Of course, a camera, a cigar case, 100,000 Mile Club. Wow, man, that is cool to see his name tag. United States Airlines. And here's his little travel bag. His hat. That's not really his hat, but it's yeah, that is cool though. Heart signifying his hat. It's a statue type thing. That is cool. Final days of Walt Disney. This is when he finally made purchases in Florida because California would not let him expand his parks. Back in the 60s, land kept getting bought up, and so Florida said, come on down here. Lots of land to build on. So Walt was a bit of a vlogger as well. He used to carry a camera with him and vlog his family vacations and stuff and record. Not sure where they're at. That'd be kind of cool to see. Sure they're out there somewhere, but yeah, he one of the originals going out recording. This is when the breaking news came that he had just passed away. He went in for a checkup, I guess, and never came out of the hospital. December 15th, 1965. 10 days after his 65th birthday. Crazy. Crazy. I was reading this bottom part, and literally right afterwards, a couple months later, he died. I believe he died from the helicopter crash. Crazy. Pretty sad, man. He put a lot of life and joy and people together. Oh wow, these are all the pictures people shared from Disneyland, Disney World. Wow, man, it takes you back. Crazy. Well, that's the end of the tour. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I haven't been here in a while. Nothing really much has changed, but it's pretty cool. They do have a gift shop here. $530 for this? I was like, holy crap, that is nice, but I don't know about that. $530. Oh, here's that 3D camera. See how that's the background. And they put the birds. That is cool. What? They still have DVDs? Wow, I thought these were extinct. $17. Or you can watch it on Disney Plus. Holy moly. Almost $2,000 for this. Wow. Please ask for assistance. That is expensive. And then you got this up here. Huh. So I was overhearing some staff. These are actually in the movie with Tom Hanks. And they were in the background because he plays this Walt Disney. I forgot what movie it was. Saving Mr. Banks. And yeah, same ones they have here. That was cool. Oh my gosh, I remember these books with the little gold thing at the end. I used to collect these all the time. Well, alright, ended up getting a chocolate chip mint bar with creme menthe center. Mint creme center. They do have a cafe here, but it's open Thursday to Sunday, 11 to 3. Wait a minute. It is oh, it must have closed about an hour ago. I didn't see it open when I got here. Interesting. All right, well, oh well. All right. Nice fresh air. It was kind of getting warm in there. That was cool. Learned a lot, you know. I feel like every time I come here, I learn a lot. This is my third visit to the museum here. Still really nice out. Yeah, I got very lucky. As soon as I pulled up, a car was pulling out literally right in front of the museum, which is almost dang near impossible. But then you had to pay for parking, so you have to download this app called Pay by Phone. And then the most you can park here is 3 hours, so it's like $9 for 3 hours. And I just got a text saying I got 15 minutes left. Didn't realize it's been 3 hours already. So I asked the staff, what's the next thing coming to the museum? I guess you're gonna have a separate building here soon of the of all the art and all that, dedicated to the person that did all the designing for It's a Small World. So, okay, if you're a fan of It's a Small World, yeah, you're gonna like that. But I don't know if I'll be returning for that. We'll see if we have time. But it drives me nuts already just going through the ride. So, but yeah, we'll see. And also, another fun fact is the museum here is not ran by the Disney Corporation. It's actually a non-profit organization, but everything they do and put in here is still in Disney's kind of direction. So Disney kind of, in a sense, helps, I guess, organize it, but it's not ran by Disney. Matter of fact, actually, the board, some of Walt Disney's family is still part of it that runs this building. So, but yeah, this is Disney's legacy. So they definitely don't want to just do what they want with his stuff here. So, pretty interesting, pretty cool to know. But yeah, right here in San Francisco, pretty crazy. Of all the places, of all of the history he has down south in Burbank and LA and Anaheim and all that, and we got this up here in San Francisco. All right, it's a couple hours later. I went back to my car, and my battery was dead for some reason. I think I left something on or something, I don't know. But anyways, got to jump. It's fine now, it's running. But yeah, we're gonna go check out this tiki bar over here. and let's conclude our night. So let's enjoy. What's really cool is that right on the corner from this, it's there's a well, it's off. It's free parking, so pretty cool. The bar, its name is Smugglers Cove out here in San Francisco. So it's a 3-story little tiki bar. So we're gonna check it out. Maybe have a drink.
We have nothing else here.
Oh, this is dope. Look at this. I don't think I've ever been down here. Oh yeah, here we go. Made it upstairs. These pufferfish lights. Pretty cool. All right, well, made it to Treasure Island. It was really cool. I met a couple of people in the bar, actually over there. I was waiting in line, and I met Melissa and Katie. If you guys are watching, thank you guys for subscribing. And yeah, it was a fun time, man. I had a really good time over there. I like just, going out and just meeting new people, and it was really cool. It was really cool, and they bought me drinks too, so it was kind of cool. Wasn't expecting that at all, and yeah, I'm having a good time. So, but yeah, over here, figured I'd end the video off here at Treasure Island, one of my favorite spots around the city. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys next one. I'm not sure what we're doing. Maybe California Academy of Science. Not sure yet. So, but yeah, it's been a good day. Really fascinating. The Walt Disney Family Museum. A lot of interesting things. There's again so much more to discover and explore in the museum. So definitely, if you're in the area, check it out. And sorry, Kevin. I know Kevin's been meaning to take me there, and he's got a little family pass and everything. But soon, well, I'll have to come back there and do it again. But yeah, it was cool. It's only $25. Wasn't too bad. So, but yeah, if you guys are in the area, it's a really cool area in San Francisco, the Presidio, and yeah, I always enjoy hanging out over there. A lot of cool history. So, but yeah, guys, gotta head home. It's getting late, and get in the video. But thank you guys all for watching me over this time, and just yeah, enjoying all these fun excursions and fun times, and can't wait to do more. So yeah. All right, guys, I love you guys all. I'll see you guys next one. My name's Eldon. Have a good night. Bye. Yeah, not a bad night tonight, man. Look at that. Fun fact, my grandpa, from what I've heard, is he helped build this building right here. I forgot what it's called. The drawing a blank, but yeah, that building with the star on top. But yeah, pretty cool. Not a bad night. Oh my God. I was that close from being sprayed. Apparently, there's a skunk living in these rocks. Alright, oh my gosh. Le Pew? I can't even say his name. So long, Le Pew. Time to go home, man. Jeez. The last thing I want is to be sprayed on the way home. Pepe Le Pew. I was way off.